Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm looking over the internet for information about all the retro 8-bit computers, and I thought that it rather be interesting to check the results from the so-called artificial intelligence based search engines and all that. So I'm looking for all the modes, the graphic modes of the Enterprise 128, and I wanted to see how many of the graphics modes were there for this particular machine. And so the query, the question was all video modes of the Enterprise 128 to be shown. And now for starters, I'm looking over Bing. As you can see, we already have an answer from Bing on the screen with several referrals to different sources around the internet. So we know for sure that Bing at least takes advantage of crawlers, bots, and robots, and gets all the information from other sources, from other websites. And so at this point, Bing got the information for several graphic modes over the internet, and we have the first draft of the answer, but it's not all of that. There is also a list of the graphic modes available down below. We'll be checking this in a while. But the summary clearly states that there were 8 graphic modes within the Enterprise 128. So here we have the list of the modes that Bing managed to find over the internet. But the interesting thing is that the results given in the summary section do not match the list of the modes requested. So 256 by 160 is not listed. So I went again and asked for this specific resolution. Is it really the one that is supported, 256 by 160? And so he goes, yeah, I apologize for the confusion, you are right. So 256 by 160 with 16 colors is a valid graphic mode. So Bing has disappointed us again. It's not a great search engine, we know that, everybody knows that, but this inaccuracy is something that you should be aware of. Now, supposedly Bing is built around artificial intelligence, at least that's what we've been told. And so at this point I would expect the search engine to put on the list somehow the resolution that was missing the previous time. It's what we usually say, it learns from us, it learns from the input. So I went over again with the same question, stating I want the correct list now of all the graphic modes for the Enterprise 128. And so it goes, I apologize for the confusion earlier, here's the correct list. And the list is the same with the previous one. In case something slipped my attention, I'll put the graphic modes presented earlier in a text file and then try to compare the new values on another text file side by side. But I believe that it's the same, very same list. So we have it here, the graphic modes listed previously, the wrong list so-called, and the new one after the correction made, and after Bing has apologized for the confusion, but the list is the same. So that much for Bing search engine, and now I'm going to keep the list and try to find more information using some other tool like ChatGPT or Wikipedia. I will look over other several sources to get the right answers and to compare results, because this is interesting. Um, so I'm keeping the list alive in this text file, and I will move to other sources just to for the sake of the experimentation and the investigation, because I'm really disappointed with Bing so far. As you can see, the third correction was the resolution 180 by 80, and then he came up with the same silly apologize message from the confusion and all that. And here is the correct list again for the third time, and the list is the same, the one with the one that we have in the first place. So I'm not convinced that Bing knows exactly what to do, where to look for, and it gets information from all over the internet and presents the results like its own kind of answer, which is not the case. Anyway, let's move to another tool. Let's move to ChatGPT. The question remains the same. Give me the full list of all the graphic modes available for the Enterprise 128 computer. And so it looks like it has a more structured way to present the results, but the results can confuse you further, because now we can have high resolution, low resolution graphics and everything structured and presented in a nice way, but the results do not match the ones given by Bing. So it's a mix. The truth lies between those two results, or is it totally wrong, or some of them are uh, uh, true, or I don't know. It's now I've been more confused, even more confused with this. And I'm not gonna go one by one, comparing one by one the list from Bing and what we have on the screen from ChatGPT. I will leave it up to you guys if you wish, but um, you can tell differences, and you can tell that they do not match, and I don't know which one is right. If one of them is right, or it's the mixed situation from information um, gathered from around the web. Now, the thing is that search engines like Bing do search around sources and websites and pages to find information and present this to you. But ChatGPT is so-called a model, an AI model, and it doesn't do exactly that. So it shouldn't be information gathered from around the internet, but rather something that it has in its own database, and that is fed with information from the developer side. And it doesn't seem to be the case. Now let's quickly move to Wikipedia, which has more in-depth and in detail text to present the information, not actually a list, but as far as I can tell, the available modes for the Enterprise 128 according to Wikipedia are just 4. Now this is quite confusing, isn't it? I put everything in a bigger notepad now, so I have the information gathered from Wikipedia, from Bing, and from ChatGPT for starters. I will look around for information, for more information and more accurate information, because those are quite contradictory and a bit confusing. And so the question now is what to do in situations like this when looking for information for retro equipment. Well, you can call me an old-fashioned guy, but the best source for information about retro equipment would be the manual. if you're lucky to have one. And I have the Enterprise 128 manual in Hungarian language. I cannot understand a single thing, but I'm going to try to locate the video mode here, presented in the manufacturer's manual. This is the best source for information, and apparently with variations we might have up to 10 modes indeed, but basically we have 5 modes of graphics for the Enterprise 128. Again, you can call it ancient history, but to me the manual is always the best source for information by the manufacturer. So I hope you found this useful and quite interesting video today. I'll be back soon with another video for retro systems, for games, whatever repairs we might need to do. So I'll catch you later, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.